Thanks for joining us here at 11 o'clock. An alert day is in effect tonight. This with strong storms rolling through our area.
It's been a busy evening, but we are now hopefully through the worst of it. We're going to bring in meteorologist John Birchfield. So how's the radar looking at this point, John?
All the activity on radar is now exiting and moving to the east, and some good news, we are all clear from the severe weather risk. It is still going to be breezy with 30 to even 40-mile-an-hour gusts overnight, with the last of those showers ending. Perhaps you saw some ominous gray clouds. Eric captured this one out at Legacy Golf Club, showing you a shelf cloud associated with that line of storms, but we did get a nice sunset. Tyler captured this one after the storms that passed through just in time for sundown. Doppler radar is much quieter as those storms exit into eastern Ohio. There is still active severe weather now moving into the Pittsburgh metro and clearing the Buckeye State, moving east. Here's a radar loop of the last 6 hours. We saw those storms originate back in Illinois, intensify in Indiana, and produce several tornado warnings across northwest Ohio. And the National Weather Service will be surveying a couple of spots, including Ottawa County and Erie County, where there were reports of funnel clouds. Our severe thunderstorm watch has now been expired, and the nearest watches extend from Cleveland back towards Pittsburgh. So nothing locally, although it is still a little breezy. Wind gusts in excess of 30 miles an hour right now, although compared to those 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts, rather tame, relatively speaking. Still a bit on the breezy side as this cold front moves on through. Isolated showers are going to be wrapping up overnight tonight as we head towards daybreak Thursday. Roadways may still be a little bit soggy and damp, lingering showers wrapping up, and by the afternoon, showers clear off towards the I-71 corridor into eastern Ohio, and will be in store for a much quieter evening. Now, the next big weather impact, that is going to be the summertime heat. I'll show you when temperatures climb to the 90s coming up in my full forecast.
All right, John, thank you. And right now we want to give you an idea of what we're seeing as far as power outages are concerned. Take a look at this map from Toledo Edison tonight. Nearly 78,000 customers in the dark at this point. You can see a lot of those are kind of centered around the Toledo area and the suburbs, outstanding, and then of course out in Ottawa County, and there are even some in Defiance. Overall in our viewing area, you see that a lot of those outages, they're still working on getting the power back. We'll keep you posted. But listen to this. We heard from one resident dealing with damage tonight.
Well, I got a transformer on that pole, and that sparked and when the power went out, so I don't know if they're going to have to replace that. But yeah, I mean, the tree behind me snapped. That's on my garage. That was what I heard. So
all night long, viewers have continued to send us photos of the damage, what they're seeing around them. Let's bring in Dan Cummins to join us and give us a look through some of these photos that we got. Dan?
Well, Jeff, throughout all of northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan, we're seeing a lot of interesting pictures anyway. Take a look at right here. We've got Zach Gephardt over here from North Baltimore showing us the shelf cloud coming through that part of northwest Ohio. James Daniel of Swanton. Now remember, two things working here. We had straight line winds, 60 to 70 miles an hour. We had a lot of heavy rain the last 2 days. The ground is soaked. These heavy trees, if the branches don't break off, sometimes the entire thing topples down. But you can see there another Joshua Kuntz from Findlay. The whole thing just kind of ripped off there, and that could have been a whole tree falling down. So a lot going on in the area, but 77,000 without power, and that's got to be fixed here in the next 24 hours, hopefully. Reporting in studio tonight, I'm Dan Cummins.
All right, thanks, Dan. Now that the worst of the weather has moved out of the area, Consumers Energy crews are hard at work cleaning up and restoring power. Consumers Energy has more than 485 crews in action tonight. Contract workers from other Midwest energy companies were also brought in. Consumers Energy is reminding everyone to stay away from down power lines and report outages as they continue restoring power across the area. You can always stay up to date on the forecast and storms on alert days with our WTOL 11 weather app. It's free for Google and Apple devices. Our weather team sends out updates daily alerting you on what you should know.